It's Karen W. from Kitchener Public Library with week 2 of the Rube Goldberg Challenge. So we're on to step 2, so we're going to start with drawing the plan, and we're using our paper roller coaster. I'll get into the details in a minute. I want to build where the marble is going to drop, go down a hill, go around into a loop, and then a curve, and then go down. So you're going to have to play with this, build it first, and play with it till you can get it to work. And once we can do that, I'm going to attach it to the step 1, which is our ramp, our cone. So I want the marble to come from there, drop onto my paper roller coaster, go down, up and around, and then continue onwards. So I'm going to start trying to build this, and good luck with your challenge. So it's week 2 of the Rube Goldberg Challenge. Woo woo! So we have 3 sheets, hill loop, hill loop, hill loop, curves, supports, 1 hill loop on the top of my orange one, and 2 supports. And I have tape, scissors, and glue. And you're gonna need to mount, once you cut out, and I explain these roller coasters, you're gonna need to put them on something so that you can glue the support so they can stand up. So I would just suggest finding a piece of cardboard, but I'll include a piece of cardstock. So you could tape them down to this. And this is gonna be the second part. Once it goes through our cone, it's gonna drop down, and we're gonna work on first building this, making sure this works, and then how we can attach the two. I'm gonna cut out the solid lines, slit these, just shortcuts to these dots. The dots are fold, and it says cut along the solid, then fold along the dash. You do that for each of these. So it's really 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units. And I'm gonna do this with you, and I'll just speed this up so you can watch it. Got all of these cut out, you can start building your roller coaster. So this is a marble roller coaster. It's designed for that. So you're going to start with your supports. So I'm starting with 2, but you do have 3, so you can use this one, and you can build this however you like. So let me move these things. So you need your paper template that says support, and some glue or some tape. So you're going to fold this. Wherever these lines are is a fold. So just carefully, and take your time. Oops, you know what I forgot to do? So let me go back. I should read instructions. It's a solid line, so that needs to be cut at the base to that solid line. Do it for all of them. And that will actually let you make it as a stand. And then I suggest you have, I'm gonna just use a piece of cardstock because I've got one right here, but a piece of cardboard's even better because it's a little sturdier. And you might wanna stick these down, and then we're gonna start building the rest of our roller coaster. Once you have your supports, you can put them aside for the moment, and I'm just gonna put my marble over there so it doesn't roll away. We are going to start folding up. So you've got a whole bunch of hill loops, you fold this edge up and basically the marble's quickly fold these. I wouldn't tape or glue them till you're absolutely sure what shapes you want. And you can use these in as many different styles and configurations. So I think it's good to use tape for this because you can pull it apart and try different things, see what works. We're gonna build one together and then I'm gonna try and get it to work with my stage one. Oops, so I didn't cut that very neatly, but that's okay. So once you have this here, now we can get our marble. Okay. So all of these, I would fold these up more neatly as you're, once you're sure of what shape. But just to show you what you can do, and you've got a whole bunch of these so you can join them together. You can run this down. Fun thing about this, it says loop, so you can actually also curve these into loops and get your marble to go completely around. So you're gonna have to play around with the speed. It needs to be going fast enough to enter in here. And then you're gonna have to play around with, you might want to put two of these together and have a big loop or a small loop, and then you could take it into a curve. So this will work. So if you want to add a curve, you have a sheet that specifically says curve. It's got the dotted lines that you're just going to fold. It just takes a few seconds. Just do it carefully. And it's really fun to make these. I loved this challenge. I think you can take it apart, make it, and try all kinds of different things. And once you've got everything the way you like it, you've made all this, you'll be able to bend this, fold it around, and make any kind of sharp curve or a more rolling curve. And once you have it where you want it, you're going to probably want to tape it down into position and also tape the ends so that to make sure that the marble can run smoothly. So it's just a really fun shape to use in your marble run. Now you have everything cut out, so we're going to grab the supports. I'm going to tape them down and then I'm going to start building my marble run. So I have attached my two supports. I have three, so I showed you how I made them. I've just taped them at the bottom and I'm kind of putting them, I don't know, 1.5 inches, kind of the width of this part. There's my camera, there we go. So this here, and I am going to add a heel loop. I'm using tape, but you can use glue. And then adjust these and test it as you go. Beauty, so that works. So I'm going to, you could add curves here, you could have this keep going, you do whatever design you like. So I've just added 2 heel loops together, so I'm just gonna, again, show you. Let me see if I can get this all in frame. Woo! So that's working really well, and I've already started to bend this one. So you can make a loop, and you just have to have enough speed that it will go around. So I'm using tape, so just fold these, and this will bend, like I showed you when we're cutting it out. And I find it easier to kind of tape things in the right places once you start adjusting it. And I might have to curve this more or angle this more. It's totally a work in progress. Nope. So I think this is too high. So it would be better with, I find tape is a little, okay, so I found a piece of tape. So I'm just gonna tape this end down. And again, just experiment with your own designs. So I think it needs to be not such a high loop, and you'll just have to play with these. How to make this work by adjusting heights of things. So you're just gonna have to play with it. So once you have that working, you've got other curves, other loops. You can make any kind of configuration you want. I'm probably gonna have something where to bring it down and maybe to carry it around. And I'm going to actually, at this point, take it over the box and start just seeing if I can make it work. So I'll just show you where I am at the next step. So once you've made your marble run, you can see it's kind of tricky. So I decided to build mine a little, test out some of my other equipment, like my cone, till I could get that to work. Then I added my ramp, and I made sure I had sort of the angles and the design kind of fixed in my mind before I added it to the box, because then I'm going to continue it, trying to get the whole thing to work with the catapult, which I'm going to show at the end. So I did build mine in different levels on boxes, so that made it a bit easier. This is the view kind of looking down on it. Now to get it from my box, my ramp, my cone, I've added this paper towel roll and one of my hill loops just to get it working. So I'm just going to give you a little demo of this. So this is a different angle. I used the catapult. It went through the ramp, the cone, and down the marble ramp.
I've managed somehow, after probably 50 tries, to get my marble to kind of work through the whole process, as you saw from the last video. I did try it many, many times. Please feel free to simplify it. Just build a paper marble run, build a catapult. It's all engineering, it's all fun, they're simple machines. We're just doing kind of the ultra challenge, so you can do this as simply or as complex as you like, but have lots of fun building this. And join me for the last week. I'm gonna try and have mine go through all those stages, and next week we're gonna be building the last components. So if you could collect paper towel rolls, tubes, any kind of fun things that you want to add to your challenge. I'm going to be adding elements that I found in the recycling around here. So this is Karen W. from Kitchener Public Library. Happy crafting and happy engineering.